Making pretty girls pretty. Look, so these are the different implants. She doesn't want one, but we're just playing with it. They're silicone. This is an extended anatomical, so you can put it on if you like. Take it from their hands. So the key here is it gives you anterior and inferior projection. Pull it right in the middle. Okay, welcome. At Only Plastic Surgery, Dr. C here, Dr. Coughlin, and we have AllieRex, also involved with OnlyFans. We'll get to the down and dirty here shortly. Allie, welcome. We worked together a little bit, right? I actually have the video of when we did our first consult when you wanted buccal fat. She's got kind of those round cheeks, and I had kind of told you, like, maybe the chin implant we're gonna do, I don't know. And your answer was, like everybody, you know, I don't want you to put stuff in, I want you to take stuff out, because you were after that sculpted look. And I think we're both really happy with the results, right?
Yeah, I'm really happy.
And she was one of those people, like, she's thin, obviously, so she had a little bit more of that round face, kind of that younger look. So the buccal fat's a great procedure, and you actually had some really amazing results from the buccal fat. A lot of times it's about the structure. I really hammer it, so lengthening your face was really key. And I've always wanted to get this word out there. So TikTok, I was one of the first doctors on TikTok. I got a lot of shit for it. You shouldn't be on TikTok, you know, that's crazy. I've been talking about OnlyFans now for, gosh, it's been like 2 or 3 years. We have old data in there that we even labeled as OnlyFans that nobody here would let me do it. But now we're starting to have some patients that are involved with OnlyFans. You've brought it up that you've had issues with, or to me at least, with like the Instagram, TikTok, trying to promote the OnlyFans, right?
Yeah, I have.
So you got to be careful. And like, I got kicked off the Instagram for like 9 months. And it sucked. I get a lot of patients from Instagram. So my thought really with the OnlyFans was that I can get on there and be a little more risque with what I show. Like I can show some of the fats, some of the surgeries. So I think we have a little bit of your surgery actually. But it's, yeah, for us, it's kind of a cool thing to get out there. So Allie, yeah, what I have a couple questions and I'm gonna get down into it. And you know, aesthetics, right? Like you're successful on OnlyFans. What is your thought about how much importance society puts on aesthetics and attractiveness and the way we look, and what are your thoughts with that?
That's kind of a hard question.
It's a very difficult question. From a plastic surgery perspective, obviously for me it's a good thing, really. For you it's a good thing. You're a good looking person and you're able to kind of take advantage of that, right? So, but what do you think? Do you think it's a good thing overall? Do you think it's a bad thing for society?
I mean, I kind of think it's a bad thing. I think like they put a lot of pressure on us. Like now there's just so much pressure to look a certain way. So it's kind of a bad thing, but then, I mean, I still get work done to like look a certain way. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, so and it's interesting because I would probably also say it's a bad thing. Both of us make our livings, or I don't know how much of your living you make on OnlyFans or on, you know, kind of the way you look, but for me, obviously, personally, it's a good thing. I think from society as a whole, it can be a bad thing. It can also be a good thing. I mean, it's a fact. The human race, we want to look attractive. It's evolutionary, right? I mean, that's how we would progress as a society. You're attractive, you have a mate, you make children, and then the cycle goes on. So, yeah, I mean, it's a complicated question, no doubt. Good answer, very PC, you know, by the book. I like it. Why did you choose to get on OnlyFans?
I just wanted to make money. Like I was in school, so I was kind of like going through like a rough patch of being able to afford it. And so my friend went on it and she made a bunch of money in like a day. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it out and see what happens. And
it's successful, right?
Yeah, and I've been doing it for like 3 years.
And is that like your sole source of
income? Yeah, that's all I do.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, and it's good. Like you do it right. You're confident. You have the control of it. I mean, I think it's a powerful thing. I think OnlyFans has this bad rap. I do OnlyFans to kind of get it out there for exposure from patients. I'm getting some crazy messages on there. You know,
really?
I get a lot of illicit pictures and just some interesting stuff. I can only imagine what you get on there. Do you feel like safe on there, or do you feel?
Yeah, I feel safe.
Yeah. Do you have any crazy stories you can share from the DM world or the request world? You don't have to.
I mean, I have a few stalkers.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
I mean, it's kind of set up for stalkers. That's the thing, right? Like, it's a little bit. I get a lot like, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? And then they send like a dick pic. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I'll tell them I'm a plastic surgeon. I only do face, and then I'll get that. So it kind of exposes itself to that. I think. Can people send you anything they want? Is that how it works?
Yeah, they can just send you whatever.
And then so for you, they subscribe, and then they can see all of your content.
Yeah.
Or there's like this private content also.
So like I have content on my page, and then I send out private content every day.
I just learned the private one. Yeah. What do you think with what we did? We did a buccal and a chin implant, if that's okay, that I explained. Yeah. I kind of put it out there already. I use her photos a lot on Instagram because she had really good results. But what was the best part of it?
Like the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole process.
I guess just like my confidence after I had everything done, it kind of like changed my life. I don't know. It just like changed my life.
It's that's really powerful. Why would you say that? Just because you...
I mean, like now I'm not afraid of my side profile. Like I would hide my side profile before, but now I'll like take pictures just like showing it off and stuff.
I like it.
It's really nice.
I still do some trauma at the county hospital, and I'll do a 10-hour case, big recon case, takes me forever. It's like super. I'm like tired. I miss my kids like recital, and the guy is like still a jerk to me after. Like I work my butt out. And then here I get patients that say that, like literally here. I mean, you have patients say like it was a profound change in their life. It was cosmetic. She didn't need it. Obviously, she's a beautiful woman, but it really makes a significant difference. For better or worse, because society puts such a such importance on our aesthetics, our looks, that it affects people like that. So that's interesting. What was the worst part of it?
Probably like just being swollen the first week because I feel like I was just nervous.
You were freaking out, yeah. Everybody
I was freaking out, yeah.
Like everybody. And then the kind of the younger, more fine features you have, the prettier you are before we do it, the more it freaks people out because that small little bit of swelling, and it can remain for like, remember even like 3 months, you were like, it's too big, dude. I tell people that for the first 7 days, I get a lot of WTF messages, which I don't know if you sent me that directly, but people send me like, oh my God, I just did a really young nurse, skinny, and we did it almost we did the same exact thing we did in you, but all at once. And I told her, I was like, you're gonna freak out for the first 7 days, I promise. And they're like, nah, I'm cool, I'm not gonna, it doesn't bother me. And then they're gonna freak out. So it wasn't super painful though, right?
It actually wasn't painful at all.
Yeah. The next day kind of like,
Yeah. What made you want to work on like faces?
That's a good question. How med school works, you decide you want to be a doctor. I actually wanted to be an architect, but after I gave up on that, I decided to become a doctor. Then you decide like a doctor flat. So there's like medical doctors, there's GI doctors, there's surgeons, there's neurosurgeons. And after I became a doctor, I knew I wanted to be some sort of a surgeon because I don't like people just telling me problems that I can't fix. So, and then I wanted to be a neurosurgeon actually, but I worked with a couple neurosurgeons and their lives suck. Most of them are kind of pricks. Sorry for all the neurosurgeons out there. Probably because their lives suck. So then I decided surgeon. Then you decide you want to be a surgeon. So I went into head and neck surgery first. Head and neck surgery is good, but also some of those big surgeries, your life can suck. So then I did a fellowship in plastics. So it's a really slow progression. I mean, you have like all this time because it's 4 years of 4 years of undergrad, then 4 years of med school, then 5 years of residency, then a year of fellowship. So you have time throughout the thing to kind of like I did OB-GYN, for instance, and I knew like the first day I'm never gonna do this, or like pediatrics. I'm like, this is horrible. These kids are screaming. It's sad. I mean, it's like, I don't know how you wouldn't be depressed if that was your job. So, and then just the face is nice. It's really there's a lot of pressure. Like if I didn't do a good job with you, you would be really angry with me, and it would be all over Instagram and Facebook and reviews and stuff. So I kind of like the pressure, oddly, but that's why I think face of plastics. I think the face is probably the hardest because if you do bad lipo on somebody, they can hide it. If I do a crooked chin implant on you, there's really no hiding it, So I got a question for you. I mean, you're in Chicago, so for you it wasn't, I guess, super hard, but I get patients flying all over the world, literally, at this point. How did you find me, or how does one go about that process? It's good for me. I can learn, and it can help me.
I think I just searched on TikTok like Chicago Buccal Fat and just saw what came up and just like kind of played around with the words and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
and just went with whichever one looked the best, and yours just looked really good, so I was like, I'm gonna go with him.
Okay. And so like what makes somebody look the best, you know? I mean, is it the outcomes?
I think it's just like the before and afters were really, like you could really see a difference, and sometimes you can't really see a difference on when other people do it as much.
You know, my one complaint with OnlyFans, I don't know if you do it, is the analytics. Like, do you look at like what's popular, or can you just tell by how much money you make?
I don't really look at it, no. Sometimes I'll go through, like you can look at all the messages and like
Yeah.
I'll tell you how many people open them, so I'll go through that to see which ones more people open.
So do you send a mass message to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, the PPV one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I sent one to everybody. Well, I'm trying to get more OnlyFans creators to do more collaborations like this. So for me, it'll be more like this style. We'll interview before, we'll do the surgery, we'll interview after, you know, if you look good, which you will. So, because we did like a little pre-interview.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, here, hold on. Making pretty girls pretty. Look, so these are the different implants. She doesn't want one, but we're just playing with it. They're silicone. This is an extended anatomical, so you can put it on if you like. Take it from their hands. So the key here is it gives you anterior and inferior projection. Pull it right in the middle. And then we're helping with her little baby cheeks. And if you transition from the chin to the cheek area, it really just creates it lengthens the body of the mandible and helps the jawline. So, you know, in you, not a requirement, obviously. Nobody needs these, but if you want them, I mean, it's this is the size I would usually use. Like this, or let me see what this is. Yeah, this is a medium. You would be a medium, or you can go smaller than that, you can go larger than that.
I'm gonna see what it looks like.
Well, no, it's just like when people come because they think their face is too big or too round and they're thin like you, it's often this structure thing, you know. So I tell them and they're like, "No, you idiot! I came here to get stuff taken out, not put in."
I'm gonna see what it looks like.
Yeah. Oh. It goes on the inside. It goes under the skin too. Right?
Oh, it goes. Yeah, this looks cool. I don't know.
I mean, you would like it, but so if I was gonna do jawline lipo in you right now, I would like make you do the chin implant because then there's an incision there and it's easy. If we're so we do it all together. I typically do jawline and chin together, but if you're just doing the buckle, it's not like I'm making an incision. And we didn't, right? We did the buckle first.
Yeah, we just did the buckle.
And then she healed like 6 months, and then she came back for the chin, like I told her she would. Everybody does. Not everybody. I mean, if you just want to do the buckle today, by all means, that's a reasonable thing to do. The reason people do them together typically is because the swelling and the downtime, go together. The chin swells, the chin is a little painful. And that's classic. Like, you didn't want to make too big of a change, right? And then, and the chin seems like a lot. And it's an implant, it's a little weird. But we did filler also, right?
We started with filler, but it just didn't give me the results that I wanted.
Doesn't give you the results, and you had to keep repeating. Like, you honestly did like 3 or 4 syringes of filler.
I feel like my face just kept eating it. I don't know if that's like a thing.
It is for young, healthy, particularly fit people. All you do is metabolize these products. So, yeah, it's not uncommon that people complain about that. There's also this filler exhaustion going on. Some people are like sick of the fillers. I do a lot of the buckle, so people need less cheek filler, we do the chin implant, so they need less chin filler. So, look, let's say you did 3 syringes of filler, it's $900 each time, that's $2,700, So, like, if you were to do that over a couple of years, you bought the chin implant, and the chin implant's yours forever. Again, AllieRex, follow her on OnlyFans. So, check us out. All right, cool. You stayed the whole video. Listen, like, subscribe, and you just get hotter from subscribing to my channel. That's the key. Hot is hot. Keep going. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever you got to do here. We'll see you around.